Hello, this is part 5 of the Zelda Majora's Mask All Dungeons Restricted Speedrun tutorial. Today's required tech will include from part 1 and not tech video part 1, really part 1. You will need to know about gainers. From part 2's tech video, you will need to know about the following glitches. So, ISG, hovers, Recoil Flip, buffered super slides. If I did not cover these, but if you understand how to do a super slide, it will be easier to understand Lullaby Skip. Then we also need to know about Megaflips and Megasidehops for alternate strats here and there. From part 4's tech video, you will need to know about song storage. And we will also be considering C-up gainers. If you find gainers too difficult, they will be explained by Zuner in the video that I will link. So Zuner did a really good glitchless any percent tutorial and covers C-up gainers a lot better than I can right now. So I will put the link to that part specifically of his video in the description. You'll also need to know about action swap and about weird shots. So those two last tricks naturally you can find in the tech video part 5 for the ADR tutorial. It's now time for cycle 3 for all dungeons restricted. And yeah, so we didn't do Snowhead yet, so Tattle reminds us. So what you'll do now is just put on Zora Mask, and you will want to go get the 100 rupees chest. You have many options for this. So either a 1-frame gainer, or if I can get it, a C-up gainer. So C-up gainers are in the link in the description. Zuner will explain them to you much better than I can, so go watch that. If you can't do either of these, but you can do a 2-frame gainer, you can go here. And if you can't do any of these 3 options to get to the 100 rupees chest, you can climb on this bench, angle this way, side hop, hold forward, and make your way there. And then make your way to the 100 rupees chest. Alright, so here my setup for that angle is I side hop 5 times, then release target, then just roll down right, and we make it to South Clocktown again, and then we are going to get some explosives in West Clocktown. Please do better side hops than I just did. And then you make your way to the bomb shop. I will now show you how to do 2 for 1. So 2 for 1 lets you buy 2 sets of bomb shoes worth 80 rupees with less than 80 rupees with I think a minimum of if not 68, 69 rupees. So what you'll do here for all dungeons restricted is buy 10 bombs and then try to go for 2 for 1 by buying bomb shoes, and the moment you press A here, you'll start mashing A and C up. And there you go. So that gives you 80 rupees worth of bomb shoes for only 69 rupees. If you want more bombs, after that you can go to the bank right now and just pull out the amount you need. Right now you should have 59 rupees, just trying to increase the count, in your bank. So you're going to take 30 out, you'll be left with 29 in the bank, and 30 on you, so you can go buy a second set of bombs if you feel the need. Otherwise, we will look at what happens if we fail 2 for 1. So, let's now intentionally fail 2 for 1. Let me give myself the good amount of rupees. Oh, I could have just gone down, whatever. So you buy 10 bombs, you try to do 2 for 1, and then, oh no, you fail it. So what happens then? So in this case, what you would do is, you have different options. You can go get rupees from the bank, so you can take, either take rupees from the bank. So here you're going to need total of 70 for 10 bombs and 10 bomb chews. So, and you have 29, so that means you would pull out 41 out of the bank. And you're gonna have only 18 rupees left for the cycle before Majora. And then you just go buy those explosives. So if you're at a higher level, you can be more reasonable on stacking your explosives, but if you're a beginner, then feel free to just get a lot. So, or in a race. If you also for races, yeah, I'd go on the safe side for a race. And then you would warp to Woodfall Temple. Well, to Woodfall, not Woodfall Temple. So we can do an alternate exit between the Woodfall Great Fairy Fountain and the Snowhead Great Fairy Fountain. So we can then start Lullaby Skip. So here, your equips, I would put bombs here. Actually, I would put bombs down there. It doesn't matter really. Yeah, these are okay equips. So you would put, if I do it again, you would put bombs on Z, Deku Mask there, and I don't like having bombs on Z, so I would then equip Zora Mask over them. And then you have options here. If you don't want a backup fairy, don't go for it. Just grab this stick here, turn into Deku and go into the flower. If you want a backup fairy, first don't catch the backup fairy. Well, what you can do is take that bottle that we used for Zora eggs and put a fairy inside of it now. So if you didn't take a backup fairy and you want one, that's one place to do so. Then you enter the Deku flower, and you are going to go this way. And until we enter Snowhead, be careful, try to go for whatever arrow drops you see. So that arrow drop here is actually super good. That makes it so we can actually try action swap when we enter Snowhead. If this Mad Scrub drops Deku Nuts and you want to keep your backup fairy, try to avoid them, because that would overwrite your fairy bottle. So be careful here. And then just equip Zora Mask and backwalk into the fairy fountain. Now from the entrance of the fountain you will be targeting, and then holding up slightly left and do some angle rolls like that to that corner here. Then keep holding target and you will jump into that little, I don't know, fencing or just stone that's surrounding the fairy fountain. I have no idea what to call it. By pressing B for a punch and then A for a jump slash. That'll look like that. Kind of mash A here. Then you can stop holding target and start holding C up and align with roughly this part of the pillar. Then what you will want to do, sorry, that's the code, is mash A and then hold up very quickly. And you will make it onto the pillar this way. So again. So that means I didn't do it fast enough. And there you go, onto the pillar. Oh, I should make time move again. There you go. And then what you will want to do is flick right. And then press B for a Zora punch. And when the punch goes in, mash Zora Mask. And then you will target and go for couple of slashes, 2 or 3, and then you want to align with this for the start of the alternate exit. So that's the same one we did from Great Bay to Ikana, but it's just we start from Woodfall to go to Snowhead. So now here, once you're on the pillar, that'd be a good time to actually equip bomb shoes, and that's not a good equip, and I'd say Hookshot. That'd be a good equip here. And then just shield turn, and then do ISG. Sorry, I'm practicing my one stab ISGs. But yeah, that happens. So if you go for one bomb here for the hover, just wait a bit. Don't be as patient as I am. Or if that happens, just don't go for the hover and grab another bomb. That's it. So one bomb hover, then 4 bomb shoe hovers and backwards, and then 5 distance hovers towards the left with bomb shoes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 side hops quickly back to back, and you're on the floor for the Great Fairy Fountain that's close to Snowhead. Now just keep holding L all the way across and start back walking after the side hops, and you should be making it outside of the Great Fairy Fountain. And we just completed the alternate exit to the Snowhead area. So now we're right below the entrance to Snowhead Temple. And now we will want to start making our way there. So first thing that you will do is flick up to be facing the camera, and you will start mashing B. So that's on. So that's right now I'm going to explain the Japanese version for Lullaby Skip. So I'm assuming right now this is done on Japanese version. So the slashes will prevent Link from falling off ledges in the Japanese version when the wind tries to blow you away from Snowhead. So that will look like that. So you want to go for 2 sword combos plus 2 slashes. Why 2 extra slashes? Because if you just go for 2 combos and you're at the edge, Link might just be too close to the edge to stay on land, and he's gonna fall and you will be angry. And that's just a time loss. And then once that's done, once all these slashes are done, you will do an ISG. Like that. Okay. And then you have options. So either you make your way roughly here and wait for that snowball to fall and hit it with a bomb shoe. So it's about 13 seconds to wait. It's kind of slow. So I'll show something that looks cooler and is faster afterwards. And then that bomb there is out. That snowball there is out of the way, and you can keep making your way this way. Another thing you can do to blow up the snowball is you just throw a bomb at it. We'll wait for that cycle. 2 rolls. Throw a snowball, and then wait for the bomb to make it blow up. And then the other option is to just not blow up the snowball, but I don't recommend that. If you're just starting, try to blow it up. It will help along the way. Then you want to make it to this corner here. Do not do the side hop I just did. That's very unsafe. I don't even know how I did not fall, but we'll keep it. So you go to that corner here. Now you want to be using C up to a specific angle. So you want to be somewhere where that slope goes down and then turns into a completely vertical line in that mountain in the background. So that's, and then you want to pull out a bomb to then buffer a super slide. So you will pull out a bomb right when the wind starts blowing. Here. And you will go for 3 red flashes, 3 full red flashes, and then you will buffer until you get to the first frame of red for the next red flash. So I probably have 1 or 2 frames to go. Oh, 1 more frame. Well, there you go, that frame here. We can see it better here. You want to go to that frame, and then you want to buffer a backflip. So first you need to drop the bomb. So to drop the bomb you will hold R. And while holding R, you will buffer a backflip. And then you continue holding down all across until you just see Link's feet. Or body from the top of the shield. Which is... So here. So here you can see Link's tunic actually, not feet. I wasn't sure what it was. And then after that... you will keep holding L and R, and you will start holding up and buffer until Link touches the ground. And then here, you will just start mashing A like crazy. And that gives you a super slide that will take you close to the ramp. Then you pray for good RNG, didn't get it. I will just take us past that. So what that would look like is it will take you here. I'll show it with the codes. It will take you there, you'll keep going backwards, and then it will blow you close to the ramp, and you want to be between the body of Snowhead and the ramp. So it'll push it, if you're lucky, it'll push you this way. Now that you're at the ramp, that's right there, you will want to target this wall, then wait for wind to blow, and do 2 bomb chew hovers, 2 short bomb chew hovers with backflips to get on the ramp. So 2 bomb chew hovers plus a backflip. And wait for the wind to stop blowing, and then you can backflip onto the ramp. Then it will be a game of rolling up there without getting hit by the snowballs. Because if you get hit by the snowballs, you get a knockback animation and you lose infinite sword glitch, and you most likely have to start over unless you're... Yeah, no, you're just... There's no unless. So here, almost got hit by the snowball. So be very careful. And if a snowball is about to hit you... Actually, let's see if I can catch that. Did this one get me? Oh, probably. So yeah, if a snowball is about to get you, you target, very important, and then you shield drop a bomb shoe. So target, press bomb shoe button, target, press bomb shoe button, then press R to drop it while still holding L. And like that, you'll get rid of a snowball that's in your way. Now we want to make it to the entrance that is on our right. You have a couple options. So first you can just climb up here and do side hops to the entrance. That's one thing you can do. One thing can happen if you roll up that snowbank and have Link's shield be buried in the snow. So let's show you. Let's try to get one. Yeah, like this. If that happens, and you side hop, you're going to fall down, and that sucks. And you don't want that happening. So let's look at some backup for that. So I brought myself back with the codes. Let's see that happens. Come on. Okay, so we're stuck in the snow. That's bad. What you can do is flick towards the left, wait for the wind to blow, and then backflip, and then backwalk to the dungeon entrance. So it requires a bit of luck, but you end up getting it. So there's a lot of RNG here. The wind, we cannot predict when it's going to blow, except the first one when you enter an area. And there you go. We made it inside Snowhead. So if you get stuck in the snow, do not go for slide hops here, because you will fall down. And you will be very angry. Or very sad, or whatever you're going to feel. But yeah, just be careful and use that backup instead. You also have a third option that does not involve the snowbank at the end. It's just to literally roll to the exit. It is easy, but you need RNG on your side for that. But I'll still show it because there are days where you'll just be like, no, I'm not going for that for whatever reason. You can just roll there. You need like good RNG. That was okay to get it because the wind might just blow you back pretty quickly, whereas the other ones are a bit nicer for that. So that's the third option. We now made it to the inside of Snowhead Temple. So first, let's do some equips. I'm actually going to move Hookshot because I don't like it here, and then what I like to do is side hop. Slash this way to break the pillar. That's a stalagmite. Then you will quick drop your hookshot, and then you will side hop, press hookshot, and buffer until you hear the doo-doo sound. Doo-doo. Yeah, exactly. This sound here. And then in the on-pause lag here, you will press stick and that will activate action swap. And there you go, we heard the sound for the Deku stick, but it's not getting pulled out, so action swap started, then target, back walk, you clipped in, jump. Here you might want to roll for bombs. My timing is bad right now, so I'm just gonna do this. So again, tap once to bring out the stick, hold and release to shoot the arrow. So I explained that in the tech video, so I won't say much more for the action swap. So here, once that's done, then you can break these for potentially a bomb drop, and here you hope to get arrows. And then you can enter this central room, and then we're going to make our way up there to that torch. For that we will need some setup. It's really precise. So the setup I do is go next to that torch. I could reactivate time of day. Go next to that torch. Then target the wall. Release L. Then shield and hold right. And then what you'll do is press B to stab. And when you see the kind of flashing effect from the torch, you will release R and release everything essentially. So that will look like this, like that. Let's do it again just to show, like that. And then what you will do is you will do a backflip, then turn around and try to get as close as you can to the lead. Usually 2 splashes take you there. Then you will want to use your hookshot to get that torch at the floor above. However, it's really precise, so here's the setup that I use to get it. Is I align the red dot for the hookshot between that spot there and that spot there. So something like that. Let's just wait for this to pass. So this. And then you just go up, and then we see the flame, and you want to go right above when the red dot disappears. So that's a bit too high, actually. Yeah, that's a bit too high. This won't work, because that's just going to hit like that, so you want to go right above. So it's still going to hit the torch. Careful, okay. Yeah, a bit And you might need to tweak a little bit left or right, but not too much. Okay, and there you go. That's precise hookshot aiming. So do the setup, go up, and play around this. That's really what there is to it. And then we want to make our way up to the fire arrow. So what you'll do for that is do a long jump to that platform in front of us, to that beam, and then you'll make a long jump to the beam that leads to fire arrows. So pull out a bomb. If you want to go fast, you can pull out a bomb near the end of your jump, so you spend less time waiting for the second bomb explosion, and then go this way. That's a fairly fast way of doing it. I'm gonna go back here and explain that again. Let's explain that a bit more slowly. Just wanted to first show you what it could look like when you try and go a bit fast. So what you'll do is you'll align so that you clear that slope to the next beam, so you don't graze it and fall in the middle of the room when you do that. Then you'll shield drop a bomb, get past it, slash if you want to get closer to the edge, and you will wait for the bomb to explode and hold up when Link starts jumping. Like that. And now Link makes it to that ledge here. Then you do the same thing. So align with the last beam this time. Drop a bomb. Slash to the ledge so you don't fall. And make sure you're as close to the edge as possible. Wait for it to explode. Then hold up. Another thing I like to do is, if I get it right, is to jump slash with my stick. So like this, I already have the damage value required for the fight against Wizzrobe. You can also just jump slash. So as you saw, I rolled into that snowball there for arrows, and if you think you're low on health, you can roll into these. So here you don't want to slash them with your sword because that will change the damage value, but it's very easy to roll into them and break them that way. And now we'll go fight Wizzrobe. Let's talk about backing up having too few explosives in Snowhead Temple. So one big strategy you can use, the main one, is to just jump down the central room and go cut this grass there. And then what you will want to do is then get into lava and equip Deku Mask. That will void you out and take you back to the last entrance you were at. And so if I was just in my recording, I was just out of the fire arrows room, but what I recommend doing is doing it once you're... If you know you're going to be too low on explosives after the action swap, then I suggest getting bombs now if you know you're going to need them, because that's the less height crossed, so that's the less time lost. So you get the bombs there, and then get into the lava, and that will void out Deku Link. And be very careful, do not enter this here, because that will reset you back to that floor. So if you're higher up, you'll have to climb back everything, and you don't want that. So if you're all the way up to where Goht is, you don't want to be going for that entrance down there. Nor, there's also that door here. You have no reason to go into these two exits. And so that's how you back up bombs in Snowhead. So if you're too low on bombs, you jump down there, you grab these bombs, put on Deku Mask, or Zora Mask actually, and then just void out in the lava. It'll take you back to your most recent door that you went through. Let's see what we need to do if we fail action swap. If we fail action swap, you're going to just continue the same way. Try to grab some bombs. Hope you get some luck here. Arrows are good too. And you're going to make your way through this door, through the intended path. If you need to back up bombs, you used too many bombs during the the Lullaby Skip, then you're just going to grab some of these here and climb back up using the Deku Mask. So what you do is you go into lava, void out, and you're back here. So once you're happy with your bomb amounts, you just go there, just slash a couple of times. Oh, that can happen. And then just aim for that crate here and make it to the elevator room, as we call it. Why? Because there's an elevator in the room. And what you're going to do here is weird shot your way up to that stray fairy chest on my right above me. So let's do a weird shot. So you drop a bomb, then quick draw your hookshot, and you will roll into the bomb on the same frame, the same frames plural as a megaflip. So, and you, I should be holding down. So remember to hold down left when you do weird shots. I almost forgot. And there we go. It still works if you start holding late, but you need to do that before you get to your weird shot frames. So be careful. So let me show you again because of that atrocious one I just gave you. That was a second frame weird shot. I'm going to show you now. I'm just going to fix my quips. A first frame weird shot where I actually start holding down left at the good moment. This way. Then buffer until you see Link trying to aim up, then release everything except hookshot. That's going to be first frame weird shot below Link. And then shoot that chest. And then what I like to do is target this chest. On target, hold up left, roll, boom. You're out of the elevator room. And then the path is the same to get the fire arrows as the other route. You just do long jumps and make your way to fire arrows. Let's go. So if you haven't jump slash with your Deku stick just yet, now is a good time to do it. And if you already did that, then you will just move to doing an infinite sword glitch, and then dodge that attack. And then you'll just want to walk into the Wizzrobe, and with ISG active, you'll just be able to throw damage at it. You have to be careful. In the first phase, you don't want to get too close to the Wizzrobe before it starts charging its attack, because otherwise it will just hide and change platform. So this one is fine because it's trying to transition. So what you'll do for that is just stand on top of that square and wait for it to try and escape into all the other platforms for that cutscene. But what happens here is that, in fact, the cutscene is not going to play if you damage Wizzrobe. So with Infinite Sword Glitch, we just stand there and wait for the fight to end itself. And again, he was not able to trigger the cutscene, and we just go to that corner of that green diamond on the floor, and we should be right in front of the fire arrows chest. And then just open the chest. Now that we got the fire arrows, we just leave this room. And we want to enable and activate song storage. For that, you have at least two options. I will show you something that's more beginner friendly. So first you want to get down there next to that torch we were at earlier. You want to get Infinite Sword Glitch. And what we will do here is use hookshot clipping to get out of bounds. So first let me show you what that looks like. So you will need these as equips. So Bomb Choose and Ocarina. And what you will do is go in targeting mode and hold Hookshot and start getting towards the torch like that. And you can see Link kind of like wobbles against it. And when you start here, you want to release Hookshot, and then after that, input a hover by releasing L, holding L again, and then pressing True and Shield. And now Link will be hovering out of bounds above a void, which is what we need to start an Ocarina dive, and so to start song storage. So let me actually show you what that looks like. Like that. So again, where am I? It's okay. We'll just get back. Okay, so again, you get infinite sword glitch. So actually that's going to let me show you another way to get it. So if you do Deku Stick damage, which is what you were doing with Wizzrobe, this is not going to break snowballs. And so you can Ice G off the snowball, grab the health if you need to, and just might need to tank a bit of damage here, but it saves a bomb. So if you think you're low on bombs and you don't want to go for a backup, then you can do that. And then just do Ice G, and then just do the hover out of bounds like I just showed. So again, target the wall, pull out the hookshot and hold. Hold towards the torch, and when Link starts interacting with the torch, release and input a hover. So like that. And now you're hovering, and you can start doing song storage. So hold the direction and start mashing your Ocarina button. I do it this way because I can't bash. And then you play Song of Time. What I like to do is wait till the camera is just past the central pillar, and then just play the song fast. And then I'm sure to get it. There's enough time. Or you can just play it at a normal rhythm, and you're still going to be fine. Let's now show a more advanced strat for song storage here. So here, make sure that you have at least slashed your sword. Here I have to do it because I'm out of a void out, but if you already used Deku Stick Jump Slash earlier, you don't need to do it. So you can grab again some arrows and some hearts if you need to. Then what you want to do is target this wall, shield turn down, right, and then make sure that Link is facing slightly on the left of that ice. So something like that, and then you will want to get ISG, like that, and then you will want to do a Mega Side Hop. That's a bit too early. Mega Side Hop, holding left. Okay, so now we start a Mega Side Hop, and then you're going to hold left all the way across. And then that will put you up there. And what you want to do is do a backflip, and then quickly hold down right when you leave your backflip. So, it's going to look like... And then interrupt it with a hover. So the inputs, so you'll be holding L, down, A to backflip, hold down right, and then chew plus shield to get a hover going. And now you'll be above a void and out of bounds, so we can start equipping what we need for song storage. So equip Ocarina and Hookshot, because we'll need Hookshot after. Start holding in direction. Mash your Ocarina button. And then play Song of Time. Wait for Link to void out. And after that, your damage value will be reset. So you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that if you have enough bombs, or if you want to save on bombs. You can do Infinite Sword Glitch off of this. If you don't want to optimize bombs as much, forget that snowball unless you need health, or arrows. Then what you can do to shoot that torch up there is align the red dot with the middle of that brick that's cut diagonally, and then just hold up, and that should work. Boom, and you're up there. Now I'll show you the strat that uses a lot of bomb shoes. So if you have 5 bomb shoes here, you can use them for this. So you will align with this beam. Go for infinite sword glitch, and then you'll do 5 hovers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backflip. Keep holding down during the backflip. Then after that, if you're out of bomb chews, you can just use fire arrows to blow up these snowballs. Otherwise, there's a little setup you can do. You target this fence, I guess, and then start holding all the way left. Stop holding. Shield. Shield turn upright. Target. Then pull out chew. And hold R, and then boom, you break all these 3 snowballs at once. If you are too low on chew to do the trick, so if you're like at something like 4 or 3 bomb chews, and that strat would be too fast, too slow for you, you just hookshot the first torch as usual, but then hookshot this torch instead of going on the beam that's slightly lower down. And you want to go across this gap using 6 distance hovers. So here I'm equipping fire arrows and then bombs. So let's get to the ledge. I can just flick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then that will blow up the bomb, and then if you're too low on chews again, just use fire arrows. They're here for that. And then you can make your way up. If you are comfortable with Megaflips, what you can do if you're too low on bomb chews is this. So for this, you're going to need at least 4 bombs. I don't need to equip that now. I can't actually. So you'll equip fire arrows and bombs, and what you will do is you will blow up this first snowball, align, turn around. Oops, not supposed to grab here. And then go for 3 distance hovers, and then 1 mega flip. 2, 3. 2, if you do them really well, will work, but I don't think it's safe, so I suggest 3. But know that 2 distance hovers should work, might work, but your mega needs to be impeccable. And your hovers too, so be very careful. I'm gonna show and only suggest 3, but just know that 2 is possible. And then we go for 1 mega flip. I don't know what happened here. Okay, I probably input the roll instead. That can happen. Well, we just continue, and we get a mega flip anyway. And then we'll actually continue. Then you get across. Here, what you want to be doing is you will want to hover or mega flip across that gap, starting with hovers. So what you want to do is get infinite sword glitch. Do a distance hover. If you do a hover that's too high but doesn't go far back enough, you're gonna hit the slope and then slide off of it and just lose ISG and have to try for another one. Then you can use all your bomb chews. until you make it across. I actually don't know how far across you have to go. So until you're on the other side, just do hovers. That's really all there is. So I actually just counted because I felt like that was a bit lazy to just say do hovers until you get there, and I counted. If you do 6 distance hovers, you're sure to make it across, starting from the one with the ISG, so including that one, or 5 if you have very good ones and you do a backflip for the last one. So be safe. I'd say 6 distance hovers here. But yeah, I just wanted to give you some numerics on that, so thought that would be useful. You can also cross the gap by using 2 hovers, so almost distance hovers, they don't need to be perfect distance hovers, and 1 mega flip. So we will do ISG and a hover from a single bomb, do a second hover, and then go for a mega flip. That will look like this. 1 hover, 2 hover, second hover is what I meant, whatever, English. Then you go for 1 mega flip. And release, and there you are. You made it across. So that's fairly good if you're low on bombs, if you can pull that off. And that's how you get to that last beam. We can now show the Goht Bosky skip. So what you'll do is you will backwalk along that beam between those 2 stalagmites. Then you will target the door. Then you will hold down right and do a shield turn. So let 1 frame pass and shield again. Okay. Now you will do a Recoil Flip. And I'll pause to give some extra instructions. And you will hold left at the end of the Recoil Flip. So that's okay. And then Link is going to hop out of bounds, and when you hear Link hop, you're then going to press B for a jump slash. So keep holding left throughout all of this. And there you go. That's Goht Bosky skip. So again, you go align so you can start the Recoil Flip. You do the Recoil Flip, let go of L and shield soon after. Near the end of the Recoil Flip, start holding left. When you hear Link do the little hop sound, then you tap B, and that will jump slash you into the loading zone. After your hovers or mega flip to the last beam here, you can align with the Deku Flower, shield up left, and then start holding down left. Pull out a bomb after crossing the Deku Flower for another similar but faster method for the Bosky skip. So keep holding down left, a Recoil Flip right here, and enter. So the difference here is that we cross distance while waiting on the bomb timer, and that saves us a bit of time. That's another way you can approach this Bosky skip. Let's now start the fight against Goht. So if you're low on arrows, that's a good time to grab some. You want at least 15 arrows for Goht, probably more if you end up failing a couple of arrow shots. And the equips would be Zora Mask, Ocarina, and Bow again. And then we'll start the fight. And then you'll start holding a bit up left and start rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls until you're on that spot, that slightly darker spot and small, on the right of that big white one on your left. And then what you'll do is go in first person and shoot 1 arrow at Goht, not Goht. Okay, so now the arrow is going to keep going and hit Goht. So As you shoot the arrow, you will start side hopping to the right. So you'll do 2 side hops to the right, then right away do 2 side hops to the left to get back in place. And then you will keep holding L and go for 5 other arrow shots. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you again go for 2 side hops to the right and 2 side hops to the left. And what that does is that this makes Goht attack you with lightning and then sets a timer to tell him to wait there for a certain while. And resetting that timer will help us stun lock Goht. Oh, another important thing about shooting the arrows, you might have noticed, I am not spamming them, I am timing them. You want to shoot the arrows in a way that you don't shoot arrows that won't damage Goht. So if Goht is red and you shoot him with another arrow, that arrow is not going to count towards damage. So you want to space them out a bit. So the timing I like to use is to wait till the trail behind the arrow starts to get fainter. So now we did 1 plus 5 hits, that's 6 hits out of 15. We now need to go for 9 more hits. So what we'll do is we'll shoot 8 arrows and then press start to get the text box for song storage loaded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then here, just press start. You can press literally any icon here. The only one you have to be careful about is Ocarina in the English version, but now we're on the Japanese, so just press A here. I didn't load the song here in my code, so don't worry about that. Okay, pretend we did song storage correctly earlier. And then you wait till Goht starts to run, and you go for the last one. Why we fight Goht this way, with the timing and for running with the last one, that's because when Goht is just starting to run, if we kill him in that moment, the blue warp will appear right next to us. So that's how we fight Goht. And once the fight is over, that's the same as usual. You enter the blue warp, and here, be careful, you enter the blue warp, and the moment Link starts spinning to show that the remains were obtained, you have to press A with the top option. I mixed up 2 words. Anyway, the top option selected, and you will reset the game right after. So I'm kind of far from my console. Let me get closer. And if we go check, we should now have Goht's remains in our inventory. I'm actually going to go check and show you that this actually worked. And if it didn't work, I'll just record it again. But it worked, so I don't need to redo that segment. And you can move on to the next part of the tutorial.